Let us prove the converse of basic proportionality theorem. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. Let us say this is the figure. This is triangle A, B, C. Line DE divides side AB and side AC in the same ratio. So, for our given, AD over DB is equal to AE over EC. We are going to prove that line DE is parallel to side BC. So, prove line DE is parallel to side BC. Let us assume that line DE is not parallel to side BC. This is our assumption. If line DE is not parallel to side BC, then there must be another line through point D parallel to side BC. Let us draw line DE prime by construction. So we are assuming that line DE prime is the line that is parallel to side BC. So if line DE prime is really parallel to side BC, then this line DE prime divides this side AB and side AC in the same ratio. So we can say that AD over DB is equal to AE prime over E prime C by basic proportionality theorem. But it is given that AD over DB is equal to AE over EC. This is given. Now let us look at step number 3. We have here on the left side of the equation AD over DB. And in step 4, we have also AD over DB on the left side of the equation. Therefore, we can say by transitive property of equality that AE prime over E prime C is equal to AE over EC. We have now AE prime over E prime C is equal to AE over EC by transitive property of equality. We can add E prime C to the numerator of the left side, and then we can add EC to the numerator of the right side. So we have now AE prime plus E prime C over E prime C is equal to AE plus EC over EC by the denominator addition property of proportion. Now, AE prime plus E prime C. Let's look at the figure. AE prime plus E prime C is equal to AC. So, for our next step, AE prime plus E prime C is equal to AC. And then, AE plus EC is also equal to AC. Let's write that. AE plus EC is equal to AC by segment addition postulate. Now, in step 6, we can replace AE prime plus E prime C by AC. And we can also replace AE plus EC by AC. So we have now AC over E prime C is equal to AC over EC. The reason is substitution. If we are going to multiply both sides of the equation in step number 8 by 1 over AC, we are going to get 1 over E prime C is equal to 1 over EC. By multiplication property, we multiplied the left side and the right side of the equation in step 8 by 1 over C. And we got this equation in step number 9. Now for our last step, we are going to multiply E prime C by 1 and then 1 by EC. That is, we cross multiply. Or we can use the property of proportion. The product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes. E prime C and 1 are the means. 1 and EC are the extremes. So E prime C times 1 is the E prime C, and 1 times EC is equal to EC. The reason, cross product. Now let us look at this step. This is the E prime C, this is EC. C is equal to C. For this to be a true equation, it must be that E prime is equal to E. So this shows that E prime is equal to E. Therefore, line DE prime is not different from line DE. Hence, line DE is parallel to side BC.